I'm Francesca. I am the program and admin assistant. And a little bit about me is I graduated last year from FIU. I was an English major. And initially, I thought I was going to go into publishing. And I think around the last second, I went into the literature route, which I think is interesting that I work in this field right now because it actually weirdly works out really well because I do a lot of emails and I do a lot of scheduling. So I started off mainly just with the accounting segment of this job. And then I think recently, I would say about a month or two ago, we discussed like maybe expanding my job. So what I do right now is I help with a few projects we have going on, essentially with scheduling, meeting with people, and help coordinating things that like the CEO just doesn't have the time to do. I do like the role change. I think they both. I do kind of like working as a solo person. A lot of what I do is working solo. However, with this new change, it has allowed me to be more collaborative, which is something I didn't expect to like as much as I do. So that's been great. And then I just have been meeting a lot of people who work on the local level, which is something I've always been interested in, but I never had the time to be a part of because of school or the jobs I had just didn't really put me in that direction. So I've been able to speak to people locally, and the people I work with here are a lot different than the people I used to work with, and um, the job just allows me to focus more on the arts, which was something which is very similar to what I went to college for. So it's nice to go back to that. Something that my parents used to say a lot was I'm like the type of person who just won't ask for things. I'll just kind of like let things slide. And my mom was a very big like person of saying like if you don't ask, you don't get. And there have been a few instances with this job where like I have like talked to people for the organization, and it was just a simple like call or simple email, like following up with individuals. Um, and it just like has reminded me like the importance of like asking for things or like what's being persistent has, definitely is a factor of what I do, and it was nice to be kind of reconfirmed of the importance of that.